In the meantime, Heather will be here, and Matthew, film guy. We will, of course, take your phone calls, I believe.
You can call into Sam Seder. I want to call into Sam Seder.
Your IMs as we progress.
IM. Wait, did he just say IMs? Is that still a thing? Did people still say that? Because I haven't said IMs since college. I would totally call into Sam Seder. I had no idea you could do this.
Been quite a week. Cover it with Digby, but in the meantime, there was a story that came out the other day that the James Comer investigation. What is this? I'm confused. Is this the government abuse of its power committee, or is this we're going to the Hunter Biden dick pic committee?
So Comer is more of the dick pic committee because he's the oversight chair, and then Jim
committee?
Jordan does the weaponization of the government subcommittee for the Judiciary Committee. But they're pretty in lockstep, you know.
We're now, we're now 6 months into, 5 months into, I guess, the congressional term of the Republicans. I mean, maybe they're trying to keep their powder dry, but they are having a very, very tough time trying to get a corruption story about Joe Biden. Remember, according to these people, that had America seen the contours of Hunter Biden's sexual organ, Donald Trump will be president now.
I did see
and
the contours.
So they've been going
Biden's
full force.
Organ.
Where is the laptop?
Hang on, I did accidentally see the contours of that, Sam. That's the side I can't unsee. I don't appreciate you bringing that up. That's a very traumatic experience. I was on Parler one day. This is back when Parler was a thing. I didn't mean to see that video. I didn't want to see that video, and then there it was right in front of me, and there were feet involved. And I don't like to think about that, Sam. And I don't appreciate you bringing it up.
Stuff. They have the laptop, don't they?
Yeah. Yeah, so they say, yeah. But
why aren't they releasing all the damning stuff here?
Right.
Well, it's too late now. It was supposed to be released for the.
Go find the video and watch it yourself.
Comer always says the media has a laptop.
Just assume it's really important.
Listen, when you are the chair of this committee and you have a blockbuster story of Biden family members making money at jobs, and Fox and Friends are the ones to put a dampen on it, you know you've got a problem. Here's James Comer yesterday morning on Fox and Friends.
I know the Republicans said that the smoking gun were these financial records that you were able to subpoena and got your hands on. They show that some of the president's relatives were paid more than $10 million from foreign sources between 2015 and 2017. And your party, the Republican investigators, say that that's proof of influence peddling by Hunter and James. But that's just your suggestion. You don't actually have any facts to that point. You've got some circumstantial evidence. And the other thing is, of all those names, the one person who didn't profit is there's no evidence that Joe Biden did anything illegally.
Well, if you look at the laptop and the emails between the president's son and his associates, they went to great lengths to hide Joe's involvement. They even gave him nicknames. They called him the Celtic and the big guy. But make no mistake, Joe Biden was involved. All these countries that the Bidens were receiving money from were countries that...
I mean, to be honest, I haven't really paid attention to this story, and so I don't know that much about it. I'm sure some of the people in the chat watching right now can tell me a little bit more about it. All I know is that it's the same old thing. Hunter Biden did some stuff that he shouldn't have done. Joe Biden knew about it. Everyone's getting rich, blah, 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 blah. I kind of think that nothing is going to come of it, just like nothing ever comes of this stuff. Has there ever in the history of your lifetime that you have been watching politics? I really should follow my own rule and be a little bit more chill right now. But has there ever been a corruption scandal in the history of your life watching politics where anything happened to any of these people? Nothing is going to come of this. It is a giant sideshow. It is a distraction. It is distracting from things that are like way more important. No one's going to jail. No one's going to get impeached over it. Nothing will ever come of this. So I don't even know why we're bothering. So maybe I'm on Sam Seder's side on this, not because we agree on it, because I'm positive that corruption did happen, just because I don't care. Have a good one, Vince. Thanks for dropping by.
Joe Biden was actively visiting in. Many of these countries were receiving foreign aid that Joe Biden volunteered with the Obama administration to be in charge of. We look now at the Biden presidency. Many of the decisions he's made with respect to China that I would argue put China first and America last.
If you want to impeach Joe Biden, do it over his handling of Afghanistan. I don't know why this is so hard. Joe Biden should have already been impeached by now. I want a good impeachment trial. I know he's not going to get removed. That's not the point. If we're going to have a circus, can we please at least have an impeachment trial? If we're going to have a clown car, do nothing circus, no matter what happens, can we at least have an impeachment trial? They impeached Trump twice. They impeached Trump after he left office when quite literally nothing would have happened. I want a meaningful circus.
Most Americans scratching their head. Why would any president do this? So we know that the complexity of the way the Bidens set these shell companies up were made to try to disguise not only the money they were receiving, but also Joe's involvement. So we're at the very beginning stages of this. But in talking with the informants that we have, some of the former Biden associates that nobody's heard from yet, we know that Joe Biden was actively involved, and we're still looking for more bank records that we believe will implicate Joe Biden's active participation in this at the end of the day.
He set up 20 different.
I mean, not quite the bombshell that he thought that it would produce. Certainly, if Joe Biden is getting kickbacks from other countries, we should hear about this. And frankly, I am totally in favor of some type of legislation involving nepotism and people trading off of the names of their famous parents or their powerful parents, like their father-in-laws, let's say, or their fathers. I think that would be a very good thing. I'm not sure how you would structure that, but I am all in favor of, and also probably would help to have that 95% tax if they're getting millions. Here is Ron Johnson with the same dilemma that his friend in the House of Representatives, James Comer, has, which is you got to sort of use your imagination for some of the big parts of this.
Listen, it's very similar to the $4 million that Hunter Biden got out of Burisma, out of Ukraine. Those the same fact pattern, the same type of pattern. And let's face it, the bank records aren't going to show bribe in exchange for this foreign policy change. But we know that President Biden lied to America when he said he never discussed Hunter's overseas business deals. We know he lied when he said that Hunter never made money off of China. Hunter made millions of dollars off of China. So we know that Biden has lied repeatedly to the American public on this very issue. These things look sleazy. There's all kinds of conflict of interest. We're going to have to infer an awful lot, and we're going to need more bank records.
Let's take a listen if I.
We're going.
You fucking moron. Why would he say we have to infer a lot? Republicans just get stupider and stupider by the day. I swear to God.
Going to have to infer a lot.
Meanwhile, all the Supreme Court justices are getting caught with like giant transactions, like basically that much. Like,
but we will have to infer an awful lot about whether Biden is in bed with China.
What a waste of time.
It's amazing, and I like how they sort of just throw in 2017 into there. All these payments are from 2015 to 2017. They really missed the boat with Hunter Biden.
Seriously.
I mean, maybe you might want to do those payments like in 2008 at the beginning. of the Biden administration, or I should say the Obama administration, where Joe Biden supposedly had all these abilities to change the
or
policies.
maybe in fact it was more valuable to Hunter after, because his dad had the prestige to go peddle his name.
Exactly. I mean, let's be clear. That's what's going on here. I don't know that Hunter Biden was qualified to do anything other than
nothing.
Walk into a room and go, "That's Joe Biden's son."
See, we agree on that. We agree on so much.
Imply, like, I mean, we see this all the time.
Look at
that. We see this all.
Even the lefties think that Hunter Biden is incompetent and corrupt. Isn't that funny? Did you expect to hear that on a far left progressive show? I didn't.